Good morning, or whatever. It's morning for me. Actually, it's not. Whatever. Happy day to you. I want to share something with you all that I read recently. I've been reading this book, All About Love by Bell Hooks, and I am aware that this was kind of trendy for a while after her passing. I've been working my way through it kind of over the last year, just little by little. It's a beautiful book about love and written from a very well-rounded perspective. You can tell that the author, Bell Hooks, is someone who has a lot of self-awareness and a lot of wisdom to share. And, you know, she's widely known as a very wise and influential feminist author. She was a black woman. She was an inspiration to me and to a lot of others who are writers and who are pro-woman and pro-black and pro power to the people. So this is something that is very interesting, and it's from her book, All About Love, from chapter 12. I'm just going to read a little bit of the end of this chapter here because I think it's a very important, for where we are as humans. This chapter is called Redemptive Love. And so I'm just going to read this section. Love redeems. Despite all the lovelessness that surrounds us, nothing has been able to block our longing for love, the intensity of our yearning. The understanding that love redeems appears to be a resilient aspect of the heart's knowledge. The healing power of redemptive love lures us and calls us toward the possibility of healing. We cannot account for the presence of the heart's knowledge. Like all great mysteries, we are all mysteriously called to love, no matter the conditions of our lives, the degree of our depravity or despair. The persistence of this call gives us reason to hope. Without hope, we cannot return to love. Breaking our sense of isolation and opening up the window of opportunity, hope provides us with a reason to go forward. It is a practice of positive thinking. Being positive, living in a permanent state of hopefulness, renews the spirit. Renewing our faith in love's promise, hope is our covenant. I began thinking and writing about love when I heard cynicism instead of hope in the voices of young and old. Cynicism is the greatest barrier to love. It is rooted in doubt and despair. Fear intensifies our doubt. It paralyzes. Faith and hope allow us to let fear go. Fear stands in the way of love. When we take to heart the biblical insistence that there is no fear in love, we understand the necessity of choosing courageous thought and action. This scripture encourages us to find comfort in knowing that perfect love casts out fear. This is our reminder that even if fear exists, it can be released by the experience of perfect love. The alchemy of perfect love is such that it offers to us all a love that is able to vanquish fear. That which is rendered separate or strange through fear is made whole through perfect love. It is this perfect love that is redemptive, that can, like the intense heat of alchemical fire, burn away impurities, and leave the soul free. Significantly, we are told in biblical scripture that it is crucial that love casts out fear, because fear hath torment. These words speak directly to the presence of anguish in our lives when we are driven by fear. The practice of loving is the healing force that brings sustained peace. It is the practice of love that transforms. As one gives and receives love, fear is let go. As we live the understanding that there is no fear in love, our anguish diminishes and we garner the strength to enter more deeply into love's paradise. When we are able to accept that giving ourselves over to love completely restores the soul, we are made perfect in love. The transformative power of love is not fully embraced in our society because we often wrongly believe that torment and anguish are our natural condition. Natural is in quotes. This assumption seems to be affirmed by the ongoing tragedy that prevails in modern society. In a world anguished by rampant destruction, fear prevails. When we love, we no longer allow our hearts to be held captive by fear. The desire to be powerful is rooted in the intensity of fear. Power gives us the illusion of having triumphed over fear, over our need for love. To return to love, to know perfect love, we surrender the will to power. It is this revelation that makes the scriptures on perfect love so prophetic and revolutionary for our times. We cannot know love if we remain unable to surrender our attachment to power, if any feeling of vulnerability strikes terror in our hearts. Lovelessness torments. As our cultural awareness of the ways we are seduced away from love, away from the knowledge that love heals, gains recognition, as our cultural awareness of the ways we are seduced away from love, away from the knowledge that love heals, gains recognition, our anguish intensifies, but so does our yearning. The space of our lack is also the space of possibility. As we yearn, we make ourselves ready to receive the love that is coming to us as gift, as promise, as earthly paradise. That is the end of chapter 12 of All About Love, which is called, that chapter is called Healing Redemptive Love. And this whole book is excellent if you're interested in reading, if you're interested in contemplating or thinking more about love and what it is and what it means in your life and in all of our lives. I do recommend this book. But this has been very important to me in helping me to understand more about what it means to be a loving being in this world where we don't really talk about love in a way that is meaningful, and we don't really talk about the value of love as being a more essential part of our lives than the pursuit of money or power, or, you know, and during this time especially, this is a weird time. It's a chaotic time. It's a chaotic year already. And there's a lot going on. There's a lot of hatred going on, a lot of violence happening, and we cannot control what other people do. All we can do is control how we respond and what we put out. And I hope to be one of those people who can put more love out into the world. And I hope that if you are also one of those people, that this was helpful to you to contemplate the power that hope and love can have on this world in opposition to fear and terror and torment. So cheers to our ancestor, Bell Hooks, RIP. Definitely check out her book. If you want more like reading like this, if you thought this was nice, let me know in the comments, because I love to read and I read a lot. So I would love to share more little bits of reading with you all. Also, shout out to my book, which you can purchase at the link in my bio. Prayers in Reverse is a book all about my journey to loving myself and loving the spirit of God within me. Also, shout out to the artist of this work, Jeff, at Jeff is on the Rise on Instagram. He also created this little artwork behind me. So I feel like I have to shout him out. Okay, that's it. Bye.